Hi viewers, welcome to Doll channel, Dignity of Labor KTP series. Today we have the profession of BTA, Business Technology Analyst, Ritik Desai with us. Hi Ritik,
Hi, Mahi.
how are you doing?
It's going good.
Yeah. So Ritik, before we start, we just want a brief intro of yours to the viewers.
Okay, so my name is Ritik and I have done my engineering from NIT Surat in electrical branch and from 2020 pass out that. And throughout my engineering tenure, apart from like having a good academic, sort of kind of good, I won't say good,
Okay.
but kind of good academic record, I also participated in few of the non-academic clubs and all. Like I was a part of electrical engineering society and in like few dance clubs and all.
That's nice.
Yeah, I performed one of the dance in our what we say fest.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not that kind of good dancer, but I
Yeah.
always try my level best to explore
New skill sets and all.
Yeah, yeah.
Agreed. So you have joined Deloitte from March or April.
No. I had joined Deloitte from 3rd July 2023. So during like our initial phase, we were into like orientation and also like initially they gave us a brief idea of like 2 to 3 weeks of how Deloitte works and like what are the different portfolios which they offer and then like the entire hierarchical order and how Deloitte is better than other firms out there.
Okay, that's great to hear. So, as such, in the profession of BTA,
Yeah.
so what do you think your core responsibilities in this role?
Okay, so like BTA is as itself, it's a very wide role. So like you, depending upon your interest and depending on the roles of projects they offer. So it's not only such that you need to only know few of the programming languages, but the thing which the core responsibility of this firm is that you need to like continuously give your best as well as you need to be very versatile. Like if you are knowing Java, then it's not so that you need to stick to that Java field only. You need to like learn few other things in apart from that. Like you need to learn SQL, and you need to have a basic idea of Jira, or maybe you need to know about front end because a lot depends upon the market and the kind of project they offer. So you should also be kind of versatile and open to learn new technologies.
Okay. So you were a campus recruit from NIT Surat,
Right.
then you had this first role at Deloitte.
Yeah.
So in BTA, so how does your day look like? Like when does it start? What are the things that you do,
Okay.
and how does it end?
Okay. So like basically like from depending upon the like day to day, like from 10:30 we have a daily stand up call and like we have a list of bugs and tasks which we have to do. So at 10:30 to 11 we have like a meeting and they offer each of us the task which we can do, and after that like we work on that task and depending upon that like the task which they assigned, we have to work upon it. So at times it is like 6 to 7 hours also our job gets completed, but at times we also have to like
Work longer hours.
yeah, work
Long hours. Okay. So just to circle back to the previous question where you were answering programming languages,
Yeah.
having a skill set to upskill every now and then.
Yeah.
So what do you think that the most basic or top three programming languages that BTA profession should have?
Okay. So I think that first and foremost, Java is like one of the
Core skills.
Yeah. And apart from that, Java, I think Power BI is also a good skill which you can learn. And apart from that, either of the Python or C++. And apart from that, like these are all backends and analytics tools. But apart from that, from front end, either of Angular or uh, React.js along with a zest of HTML and
Okay.
Node, HTML and what we say, CSS.
CSS. Okay. So as a BTA, you will be responsible for both coding and then analyzing and visualizing the data, if I am correct.
No, actually, it depends upon project to project. So if you are given a project of like to make a dashboard or visualizing, then you can do that. If you are given a project regarding the coding, then
Okay.
either of two.
Okay. So to summarize the mandatory skills for a BTA professional should have is one thing, breaking the core logic, understanding the problem
Yeah.
statement, then having the skill set of programming languages
Yeah.
as per whatever the required company or the project is specific to. Then do you have to be a team manager or you need to be an individual contributor?
So you need to be team manager. So you need to work with the team. Like currently, like considering my example. So when I joined the project, I didn't know much about the things and how it goes around. So I had to contact few of my senior people and few
Okay.
of the senior analysts and consultant, and like they guided me. They currently now also they guide me on regular basis, like how they have to do a particular task or how
Okay.
to solve a particular problem.
Mhm. So, as per the KPIs, like the key performance indicators for anything,
Okay.
for any project.
Okay.
So, do you gauge a product on basis of number of code lines, or is it number of bugs that is solved?
So basically, like I think both are important, but I think in my project it's based on because it's based on the number of bugs which you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is it like mandatory for you to go to office, or you can work from home?
Yeah, so basically, like they ask us to although it is a hybrid mode, they ask us to go to office from Tuesday to Friday. Means
Like just for a team building activities, but
yeah,
as such, your work can be done from home as well.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I prefer to go to office because like many of the seniors, like senior analyst, and also they also regularly help me, and I regularly ask them like doubts and questions.
Okay.
And
You get more support when they're in person.
yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a valid point. So, if I have to ask about the compensation structure, like if entry level BTA will get, like the fresher straight out of college, what will the range of it?
Okay, so I think it should be in between 6 to 12 lakhs, depending upon the college from which you have done your engineering or the degree which you have done, and also the level of experience which you have in previous companies.
Okay. So, when you say about the degree, is it like you are a core electrical engineering?
Yeah.
Okay. And you came into this role by choice or by chance?
By choice.
Okay. So, what aspires to come into this role, or do you have any futuristic perspectives? Like, this is a good place where I can understand what the business is, and then choose my next steps.
Okay, so basically, like since starting, I was like quite intrigued to join the analytics part of any company. And additionally, like when I joined the company, I came to know that they also offer coding portfolios as well. So I thought that let's explore this particular profession as well. So
Okay.
that's how I landed into.
So, did the professional course, that undergrad, taught you programming languages, or did you learn by yourself?
No, the professional course didn't emphasize much on the programming. So I had to, like in my college, I learned Python, and apart from that, regarding the data visualization and data analytics, I learned Excel, I learned SQL, I learned
Power BI.
Tableau.
Okay, Tableau. Okay. So, like as such, there wasn't so much of emphasis on the coding languages, but then you had that knack to learn those, and explore more of those opportunities. That's great. So, when it comes to your lifestyle, okay, so you might be having only 5 day a week as per official terms. Okay. However, you might have to work in the weekends.
No. Actually, like very few times they ask us like in a year, hardly 1 or 2 days they ask us for like Saturdays they ask us, and that too they give a compensatory benefits, like they give a comp or something. So
Okay.
in this perspective, from the Deloitte, it's quite
Okay,
good for me.
that's great. So, how do you see yourself in 5 years? Assumes you sustaining in the same role or in the same firm.
Okay.
So, how do you see your growth, and what do you will be becoming in 5 years, or in near future?
Okay, so in the coming like 5 years, I want to explore this role and much, and I want to currently I'm in a learning phase, so I want to like be in a management phase, and I want to be either team lead or consultant, so that I can get better view of this particular team, as well as I want to, like in your project it's quite a wide team, so I want to also explore other teams as well. Like I'm currently in the operations team, so I want to explore the development team which develops features and all. I also want to explore the warranty team and how like they work and all, and also I want to explore the other
Other work streams of your project, and understand which one suits best for you. Okay. So, like when you see any journey, like a destiny. It's like assume BT is the destiny. So you have taken this path of electrical engineer, and then you landed in this job. So, do you see that there is a shortest or best possible way? Like, is there any choice that if at all someone from computer science background coming to this role will have any edge over you, or is it like it's almost same?
Like initially I answered that like in the Deloitte there are wide range of projects which they give, but like in my project, like for example we have to work on Java, but predominantly we have to work upon SQL, and Jira, one of the tools is there. So if a person in his college he has learned and he has quite a good amount of hands-on on SQL, then he will get a quite a good amount of edge.
Okay. So, the kind of project changes At what frequency?
Okay, so like it depends on project to project. So at times certain projects are there, like the project currently I'm working on, so it is like going on since 3 to 4 years. But
Mhm.
like there is some ODC based project also, so they keep on changing to 2 to 3 months as well. There are
Okay.
few projects that change after 3 to 4 months as well.
So ODC is like offshore delivery center, wherein you have all the systems of respect to clients' data in a specified, secure zone, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
okay. Agreed. So, like, what is the one thing that motivates you every day in day out to go do the same thing, or to in this profession, not the same thing in this profession?
Okay, so like at times like there are my one of my team leaders. She is quite cooperative and she is quite helpful. And apart from that, many of my analyst friends. So like I want to like emulate them and I want to be like them. So that's what
Mhm.
motivates me daily.
Okay. So, with respect to the way you have chosen this role, and you aspire to become, a leader or managing certain amount of members under you. So, do you see that BTA will be as same as the current role in the coming future, or do you see any changes with
I,
the existing technology?
I think it would be the same because like currently the role of BTA is not to like analyze something. It's like I answered it previously.
Mhm.
It's to like be ambivalent to
Mhm.
and ambivalent and flexible to change yourself
Mhm.
and learn new technologies and upskill yourself time and time out. So I think it will be the same.
Okay. So, what is the biggest challenge of a BTA in their profession?
Okay, so I think that first and foremost is that salary is quite
Okay.
a constraint, and additionally, like one more challenge which I feel is that currently, as someone joins the project, he doesn't know everything. So, like
Mhm.
at times, what happens is we be quite what is it reliable to our seniors, and at times
Mhm.
they because of their hard work, they
Mhm.
don't have much time to
To
guide
support
us
you
and
or
support. Yeah, so
okay.
that's also quite
Okay.
constraint.
So when you said about the compensation is one of the constraints, so do you think like there are several other companies who are paying well for the same BTA profession?
No, no,
Okay, the BTA standard is like this.
yeah.
So do you think of any passive income apart from your existing standard income?
No, as of now, I'm not thinking or interested in any passive income.
Mhm.
Although I'm quite interested and I invest regularly in stock market.
Okay, so you have your financial planning in place.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you do your day in day out trading, or how does it go?
No, no. So I like at the depending upon months, I invest in stocks and mutual funds.
Okay, that's great. So you have told about the challenge. So what is the best thing as a BTA profession?
So like we get to learn new things from our seniors and all, and apart from that, like as we are in the nascent stage,
Mhm.
rudimentary stage, so we also get a chance to explore ourselves and learn new skills and upskill. Because like
Mhm.
as you go deeper into this profession, then you have to like for example, if I'm working in a particular some project and
Mhm.
it is on Power BI,
Mhm.
say 7 to 8 years, so it's tough for one to
Okay.
change the
Yeah.
stream. But
Yeah.
in this case, like we can change our streams and
Okay.
so we can like,
So
explore.
yeah, when you say about upskilling, so does corporate firms do support you with the license certifications of all those tools, or will you have to go ahead and do those?
Yeah, I think corporate means help us in the certification of.
Okay. So can you name three or five which are useful certifications for any BTA who are working in some other firms to gain such that their profile become more flexible to every different project that they get in?
Okay, I think that certifications in as in certification in certain
Skill sets.
skills like Python and
Mhm.
Java and
Mhm.
SQL and React JS and Angular
Mhm.
and Power BI. So not
Okay.
yeah. So all this
Okay.
skills will be helpful.
So it's more about your, all the time you'll be on laptop, right?
Yeah,
Most of the time.
yeah.
Yeah. So how do you think your health is affecting that, or do you see a work-life balance in this profession?
I think work-life balance is quite good. So
Mhm.
we like if you work judiciously and if you work like systematically, then your I don't think so that more than 9 to 10 hours is required in the worst case scenario.
Mhm.
10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
But like what I said was that at times like we are quite dependent upon our seniors. As like I'm currently in
Mhm.
phase, so
Yeah.
yeah. So
So what about the health prospect, like your sitting posture, or your eyesight? All these are the futuristic things that you might not see now. But do you really think that you can, or is there any other way to work it around?
uh, yeah, surely like if you are sitting in front of laptop for like 9 to 10 hours or 10 to 12 hours, then surely like your eyesight might be affecting.
Mhm.
But I think that these are things which can be like compensated in future. Like maybe some innovations and advent of certain technologies can help in such a way that it blocks. Maybe there is one technology which I'm aware of. So what I do is like while working on laptop, I have a tendency to like there is an option called night light.
Night mode.
Yeah, so I like red light. So
Yeah.
I off the red
Okay.
light. So my
Yeah.
screen is like entirely red.
Yeah, understood. That's great. So, like, you can also have this, always being hydrated on water. Ensure you move your body physically, like walk around, something all this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in between, like we can also like go
take
for
some
a
small
walk.
breaks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
agreed. So, Ritik, so what is your final advice for any aspirants who are becoming to end up in a consulting firm or into this professional business technology advisory, or who are currently in their undergrad, who studying electrical, civil, mechanical, computer science. So, what do you give as a last advice?
Okay, I think that it's always better to learn few skill set and
Mhm.
get a hands on it. Like in
Mhm.
my case, although I obviously being a human, I also had many drawbacks.
Mhm.
I learned SQL, I learned Python, I learned
Mhm.
Tableau, but I didn't have much of a hands on. So it's better to like have a good amount of knowledge in that. And apart from that, you also have to not only having knowledge in that and having hands on, you also have to be flexible and ambivalent in like learning new things and upskilling yourself time and time.
Okay, so Ritik, one last question. So when you say about upskilling or getting a work experience on certain tool or skill that you have gained,
Yeah.
so do you really think that internships which are not paying much is really important in getting to this profession?
Absolutely, internships like they give it also basically at the end of the day they work on projects. So they also give like the person who is training, the person who is undergoing the internship, like how things work in the project and in the firm, and like drawbacks of it and advantages. The internship, despite its
Low pay or
yeah, it's quite useful.
Okay. Thanks, Ritik. That was nice conversation with you. Thanks a lot.
Same.